Yo, Papa Joe here. Got Charlene up on the wooden blocks. Gonna take care of the active exhaust this morning. Using the 8mm socket, and there's 3 screws to remove here. You're supposed to be careful when you take this, take the cap off, because there's a spring inside, and maybe the spring, doesn't like to be quickly removed. So I just want to make sure you're supporting the cap before when you take it off. Okay, so here's that spring, and I'm just going to remove it, set it aside for when I want to put this thing together, if I ever want to sell the car. When you when you open this up, the valve is already going to be in the open position. That's kind of clockwise at the I guess 130 clock position there, and then closed would be about the 1030 clock position or so. So you want to be in the open position, and then we're going to wire this open. One of the ways that I've seen people want to tie this wheel into a closed position is to use a zip tie, where you kind of go in through the hole, out the other hole, like so, and then get it into the little slots there, and just zip tie your zip tie. But I'm thinking, okay, this is plastic, maybe it's going to melt eventually because the heat. I don't know. I don't know how hot it gets down here, so I don't want to use the zip tie method, and instead I'm going to use aluminum wire. I think it's going to be better with heat resistance than plastic. So take my aluminum wire, in one hole, out the other. Make sure it's in those slots, and tie it down. You don't want to put it too much torque on aluminum wire, because it'll break pretty easily. So just give it a few twists. That's it. It's not coming off. Gave it a few twists. It's in the slots. Wheel's not moving. We're good to go. Before cutting, I decided to just give it a few more twists, make sure that the wire is fully in that slot and nice and tight inside there. And now I'm just going to wrap around, come back under, and tuck the wire down inside, just to make sure that I've got some nice tension on this thing all the way around, and also this gives me something that I can inspect later on if maybe I want to get underneath and see that it's still, that the wire is still where it should be. All right, so I've made a little loop, and now I'll just tuck the little tail in underneath. Tighten it up a little bit, just to make sure that everything's where it ought to be, at least where I want it to be. And so there's my wire going inside and around the back side there and underneath. And now I'll put the cap back on. There's the actuator and the little I don't know, the flippy thing that turns, which would normally then connect to the spring and make the wheel open and close. But without the spring, now the flippy thing is just going to flip. So the car will think that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, when in reality it is not, and that's what I want. And that's it. And now I'm going to go do the other side. Well, that would be done. We do all the way around the fender, so but pretty sure it's in the same position, not going anywhere. So that's it. So you can help. After you go back on. And that's that. Let's fire it up, see how it sounds. I forgot to get the key. Got the key.